Hello everyone, welcome back to our video, and as you could tell by the thumbnail and title, today I'm going to be talking about Man-Thing versus Swamp-Thing. Now, I decided to do this because I've been seeing a few edits of people putting them against each other, and most people seem to say that Swamp-Thing wins, which, fair enough, he is the more popular out of the two. Not to say Man-Thing's like super underrated or anything, considering he made an appearance in Werewolf-by-Night, but you know, Swamp Thing's definitely more popular. I'm not saying that he's overhyped or there's biased or anything, because, come on, but there are certainly biased people out there. But, yeah, I personally like Swamp Man-Thing more, but I'm not going to let the bias towards him, like, influence me in any way. But yeah, I'm going to be covering, like, abilities and everything, and power, and yeah. So, anyway, we're going to start off with Man-Thing. And Man-Thing, otherwise known as Dr. Ted, or Ted Theodore, gone, I don't know how to explain shit well, but basically he got turned into the Swamp Thing after a bad incident, and he ran into the swamp. I'm pretty sure he got merged with the Swamp Thing. It's been a while since I read the origin comic. Anyway, he has quite a bit of experience being in a couple different teams, including Nexus of All Realities, Midnight Suns, Thunderbolts, Daydreamers, Legion of Monsters, Avengers of the Supernatural, Agents Order of the Shield, aka Stake. He's also partnered up with Howard the Duck on numerous occasions. And his abilities include superhuman strength, durability and stamina, empathetic senses, chaotic regeneration, size alteration, robust chemical stick, I don't know what that is, teleportation, portal creation, fear empowerment, reality guardianship, plant manipulation. And for those who don't know what fear empowerment is, basically if you fear the Man-Thing, he can just grab you and you'll disintegrate. Which isn't going to come handy in this battle, because I don't think Swamp Thing's going to fear him. Now we're going to talk about Swamp Thing. So, Swamp Thing, otherwise known as Eric Holland, I actually don't know that much about Swamp Thing. I'm assuming it's the same as Man-Thing, but I could be wrong. Otherwise known as the Protector of the Green. And his abilities include elemental, self-substantiation, superhuman strength, elemental control, chirokinesis, which I think is, control plant life, astral projection, possession, biophasin, enhanced intellect, size alteration, regeneration, resurrection, immortality, illusion casting, chemist, and vulnerable to pollution. Well, those are two. That's a weakness, vulnerable to pollution. But anyway, so yeah, I actually had no idea he was immortal. Huh. All right. Anyway, so those are their abilities, power, and everything. No, Swamp Thing's pretty stacked. I mean, he's immortal. He has regeneration, illusion casting, size alteration, resurrection, astral protection, possession. So yeah, he has quite a lot of abilities. So does Swamp Thing, Man-Thing, but not as many. But now I don't know much about Swamp Thing, so yeah. But I can search a few feats up because I don't want to be biased. But as I'm searching up Swamp Thing's feats, I'll tell you guys about some Man-Thing's feats. His feats include being able to go toe-to-toe with the Hulk on occasion. I'm not sure if he ever actually won, but I know he can fight him. being able to... I'm pretty sure he fought Logan once? I don't know. I haven't read Man-Thing comics in a while, but I know he has beaten up Spider-Man on occasion. He also fights Werewolf by Night occasionally whenever he's gone feral, and fights other Monster Hunter type characters like Blade. He has also been able to access the multiverse and is, as a part of the Nexus of all realities, protects it. So, you have to be pretty powerful to protect the multiverse. For some Swamp Thing feats, he holds down Aquaman with kelp, tears apart the Monkey King without much effort, knocks Ingrid down in one punch, holds down KO and KOs Captain Atom, holds back pre-crisis Superman, casually grabs and destroys a Ranin hot hovercraft, lifts the entire castle of Kemet, quickly destroys a large factory while contending its toxic waste. Durability. Survived a blast from an amped Sagron, took a beating from an amped Grundy, allowed Batman to punch through him to trap him, absorbed wood from before the fall of man, which allows him to make armor, a high 11 that can touch. Piercing. Pistol fire doesn't even phase him. Rifles don't phase him either. Bullets don't do anything to him. You're just saying, this article is just saying the same thing. A shot from a pistol does nothing. Magnum shells do nothing. Being stabbed doesn't do anything. Here we go. A Tangrium Neth metal axe can't completely cut through him. A psychic blast from Aquaman doesn't do much. Heat rays do nothing to him. Rain, energy guns don't do much. A hostless Swamp Thing is hurt but doesn't suffer any noticeable damage from Superman's heat vision. Regeneration. Even before knowing how to use his powers, he grows back an entire arm in a matter of minutes. Being on fire doesn't do much to him. Quickly forms a body out of kelp and other marine plants. Before he could control his powers, a piece of his body was cut off, grew into another mindless body. When the Anti-Monitor destroyed most of reality, Man-Thing's mind just jumped into a different universe and regrew his body. In his third attempt, he rebuilt his body in 51 seconds from scratch, generates a body in seconds, regenerates from destruction, as you'll see, ducks under a bullet, matches Ingrid's regeneration speed. Swamp Things as Thatcher moves. Vines grow fast. Swamp Thing's astral form moves at the speed of light. Vines grow fast enough to catch a speeding car. In a weakened state, Swamp Thing does directly against an amped Feudhung man. Swamp Thing holds his own against a weapon called the Monkey King, who has beaten Etheria. Swamp Thing beats Etheria pretty quickly. Beats Arcade, a powerful demon who is possessing... Okay, hang on. Beats the Avatar of Earth. Okay, so I think that's enough feats. Oh my god, that was so long. But yeah, that was all from Respect the Threads on Reddit. He had all the sources linked, so I'm gonna trust that. And now, let's see if there's any more Man-Thing feats we can get. Okay, this is from the same guy. Okay, so powers. Man-Thing's body is merely an extension of the swamp, and as such he can be reformed identically as long as there's a matter present to form him. His body is basically made out of mud, which allows him to ooze through most attacks and barriers. Despite this, he is incredibly strong and most powerful, and most powers are those based around emotions. Man-Thing is generally unable to feel emotions on his own, and when he is in the presence of another silent, sentient beings, he is able to sense their emotions and feel them to an extent. Positive emotions, like happiness, attract him, while negative emotions anger him, often cause him to react violently. The emotion he hates the most is fear, and any being that fears him will burn and corrodate when in contact with him. He is able to take control of other nexus to a degree, and use it to teleport, even into other dimensions, and warp reality. Finally, he has control over plants around him, and even the muck that makes up his body, letting him shapeshift. Okay, now for physical feats. Exaggerates blows with Hulk, kills a dragon with a stop sign, smashes through a thick concrete wall, knocks back Spider-Man, knocks down Hulk, backhands Iron Man out of his way, demolishes a part of a pirate ship, punches a speeding car and sends it flying, grabs a demon by the tail and then bladders it, uses a demon as a club against another demon, tears apart the swamp while in immense pain, demolishes a metal shack, smashes through a boat from underneath, saggers despite who Spider-Man had a very difficult time harming, tears apart a metal spaceship, uproots a tree, then uses it as a club, kills a monster that was menacing, a moonstone, so that's striking, throwing, hurls a chain over his shoulder hard enough to kill a man, kills an electric demon by hurtling a tree into it, hurls two men quite far, grabs Molecule Man and throws him, throws a cleaning machine through several rooms of a school building to kill a man standing in the gym, pushing and pulling, tears Psycho Man's arm off, holds the cosmic cube without Various gas. Various is a super soldier who was fighting evenly with Captain America, tears a man in half, easily overpowers Kazar, holds Hulk down and suffocates him with a little help from another monster called Glob, climbs up the side of a mountain, snaps the neck of a pair of Hydra agents, one with each hand, tears the Glob apart, uproots and then crushes a demonically possessed tree, crushes a demon's head. Speed. There's no getting around it. Man-Thing is slower than most Street Tiers. Despite this, he manages to be quite fast when he needs to be. Travel. Blitzes a group of spirits, blitzes a group of strange soldiers, takes down a sniper before he gets a shot off, is able to climb pretty well, runs down a group of thugs, surprises a group of men, outraces a group of hammer goons on a bad glider, runs after a squeaky toy, reaction/combat, catches a falling baby, another falling baby, he's good with kids, dodges several attacks from skilled warriors, takes down a group of wolves, catches a falling man, catches a hold of an airplane in flight, punches a speeding car away with his face, punches a motorcycle that was curdling him, uproots a tree and swats Dr. Strange out of the air before he can react, dodges a blast from Thog, the nether spawn, catches a man's hand before he's able to strike, catches Gladiator's hand before he's able to strike, catches a woman's hand before she's able to strike, take a wild guess. Underwater, interrupts a lizard monster and kills it, travels quickly and gracefully, smashes through the bottom of a raft like a missile, rises up from quicksand. Tanks several hits from Hulk, is intact after being thrown on an incredible distance, survives a lengthy fall, another grenade, rises up from muck after being obliterated by a bulldozer to kill a man who ran him over. Man-Thing's body and spirit depart from another dimension, but Swamp forms a new copy. Regoes. Okay, so that's enough. So basically, him and Swamp Thing are both busted as hell. Swamp Thing being able to fight with and sometimes beat Superman, and Swamp Thing being able to fight with and even, I'm pretty sure, one time beat Hulk, two of their strongest character in each other's verses. Both of them having regeneration, being able to create exact copies of themselves. Both of them being able to control plant life. Both of them being able to go underwater and probably don't even need air. And they can also both travel dimensions. So, who would I say wins? Now, overall, I see the fight going something like this. Swamp Thing is walking through the swamp, as usual, as he sees something in the corner of his eye, red glare coming from the bushes. As Man-Thing jumps out and looks at him, kind of confused, wondering why he doesn't sense anything. Swamp Thing just stands there looking at him, wondering what the fuck he's looking at. Man-Thing then proceeds to detect another emotion which he believes to be from Swamp Thing and proceeds to attack. Just a quick side note, I don't know how to animate, so just imagine this all. Also, I'm not good with getting characters to fight, so this is as in character as I can get, so sorry about that. Man-Thing runs up and gives him a punch. Swamp Thing fires back with hitting him with a shriek. Man-Thing gets basically obliterated and then reforms somewhere else in the swamp. Swamp Thing, thinking he has beaten him, starts walking in the direction he was. Man-Thing jumps up from behind him and grabs a hold of him, restraining him down on the ground by the neck. Swamp Thing then looks in his eyes and tries to activate his fire hand thingy. I don't know how to describe it. It doesn't work, so he gets very confused as Swamp Thing stabs him from behind with trees and splits him in half. Man-Thing regrows again and uproots a tree and hits Swamp Thing over the head, splitting him in half. So, yeah, and then they keep going on, throwing blow after blow, basically hitting each other. One just dies and the other comes back, and so on and so forth. Until eventually, Man-Thing then proceeds to get tired of this and opens a portal to teleport away. Swamp Thing, not knowing where he went, starts looking around for him, searching in bottom to toe of the swamp. Until eventually, he feels a presence behind him and looks behind, seeing a giant 15,000, am I retarded? A 75-foot Man-Thing standing above him, crushing him. As Swamp Thing regrows, he doesn't know how he was able to regrow that fast. He then proceeds to get grabbed Well, Swamp Thing then proceeds to get grabbed and thrown all the way to New York, crashing into a bunch of buildings, killing a few people along the way. He lands on a car, and Man-Thing appearing in the distance. Swamp Thing then stands up and creates like giant vines, like the size of him, and as they grab Man-Thing and tear him in half. Man-Thing regenerates in the swamp again and teleports away again. And that is how the fight would end. Because honestly, there's no fucking way for one of them to beat the other. They're both equally as busted, with Swamp Thing being able to regenerate at rapid speeds and go toe-to-toe with Superman, and Man-Thing being able to regenerate at rapid speeds as well, and also being able to go toe-to-toe with Hulk. Now, Hulk versus Superman is a discussion for another video, if I decide on making it. So I'm not going to say who's stronger, because personally I don't know. But overall, I feel like it would be a tie. Now, if I am missing a few feats because I didn't read all the article all the way through, please let me know, and I would gladly respond and correct my mistake. But yes, and remember, if you say Swamp Thing wins, if you say Man-Thing wins, that's good, because these versus battles aren't supposed to be like bloodfest wars. They're just for fun, because at the end of the day, it's all fiction, so it's not like you got Kill a Man because he said, oh, this character sucks, or oh, this character beat this character. Just try to have fun with it. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.